Ben with Sierra Repair with another episode of Mowing Along. Today we're going to be doing a lesson on string trimmer string. First off, I wanted to talk about what type of brands of string we carry. So first off, we carry the Oregon brand, the Still brand, and as well as the Copperhead rotary brand. The shapes of string we carry round, square, and we also carry a twisted string as well. Now that we have those things out of the way, it's important to know how much string you're going to need to buy. Now, there's one main factor that's going to show how much you should buy, and that will be dependent on whether you are a homeowner or if you are a commercial worker. Now, for the homeowners, typically, depending on how big your yard is, you're not going to need that much. If you have just a normal sized yard and you're going to be mowing it once a week, once every other week, depending on what your schedule is, the half-pound spool or the 1 pound spool works pretty well because you're just not going to be using it as much as a commercial guy, because if you have a landscape company and you're going to be out in the field all day for about 8 hours or so, you're probably going to need to be looking at something more of a 3 pound spool or our 5 pound spool. Here at Sierra Repair, we also get asked a bunch, which shape cuts the best? Which one do you prefer? And what do we tell customers to buy when they come into our store? Well, overall, the round or circle string is what you're going to want to be using because it just cuts the best, and it's really durable, and it's just going to work the best. A lot of people also talk about our square string as well, but the problem with the square string is it's really tight and it has sharp edges, but it tends to break off a little bit easier. So we recommend to use the round or circle string. The next thing I wanted to look at is pricing, because as always with buying equipment, price is always a determining factor in which you decide to pick up. So as you can see, one of the most popular ones that we sell here at Sierra Repair is the Oregon brand. It works really well, it's really durable, and we sell them in a couple different sizes. If you're looking for a little bit smaller of a size, like if you're a homeowner, depending on your yard size, we have one that comes in 44 meters or 144 feet approximately, and then we have one that's just about double that, which is 288 feet or 88 meters. And so just depending on if you have like a little bit bigger of a yard, you might just want to go with just a little bit bigger of the spool. Or if you just have something really small, you're not going to be using it a whole lot, maybe just a couple of minutes of weed eating, then you might just want to pick up one of the smaller packages, especially if it's your first time buying it, just to make sure you like it. Now to talk a little bit more about pricing, the smaller of the two, which is going to be your 44 meter one, that's going to run you about $11.95, so about 12 bucks, so it's not too bad. Then for the double of that size, it's going to run you $17.99 here at Sierra Repair. So it's not too much of a difference in price, but if you know which string you're looking for, then it's a good price. Next up is, what if you decide to go with our Still brand? If you decide to go with the Still brand equipment, is it going to cost more than the Oregon, or is it even cheaper? Well, if you want to get the little half-pound spool, that's going to run you about $8.99, and if you're going to get the 1 pound spool, that's going to cost you about $14.99. So again, the prices aren't too different, but they're all about the same, and a lot of it comes down to preference of which string you like to use the most. And then next, of course, what about our 3 pound and our 5 pound spool for our Still string? So for the 3 pound, that's going to run you about $37.99, and then for the 5 pound spool, it's going to be $61.99. So it's still coming in to be a little bit cheaper. So again, it's just going to come down to your preference of which brand of string you like the best. Now for the commercial guys, how much are the 3 pound spool and the 5 pound spool, how much are those going to run me? So for our 3 pound spool, we're selling it currently at $37.99 for the 3 pounds, and then for the 5 pounds, it's going to be $82.99. So if you know what string you're going to be wanting, and you know that you're going to be using it a lot and you're going to be using it for a long time, and you have already maybe bought a smaller package like this and you know you like it and you're going to be out doing lawns all day, then maybe a 5 pound or a 3 pound spool might be something that you need. So if you don't really want to buy the Still brand and you don't really want to go with the Oregon, maybe you're thinking about the Copperhead rotary brand. Now, if you want to get This one I have right here is a 3-pound spool, and this one's gonna run you about $42.96. And so that's 3 pounds of spool. This is the twisted one. It's just a little bit of a different option for you, and the prices, as you can see throughout all of our string, they vary by a couple dollars here and there, give and take, you know what I mean? And so if you wanted to look for something a little bit more different, that's gonna run you about $42 or so. Next, I kind of wanted to give you guys a couple tips about weed eater string damage prevention. So now, of course, if you're gonna be storing this and not using it all at once, typically if you're gonna buy like a 3-pound spool, the 5-pound spool, or even one of these half-pound, 1-pounder spools, you're not gonna typically use it all at one go. And so obviously I would not store it outside, because you just the main damage that will come from the weed eater string is air and sun. And so you don't want to just leave it outside laying in the yard, because then this will get brittle and then it will break easier, and it's just not going to work good for you. I know some of the landscapers that keep it in the trailer and they leave it in the enclosed trailer or even the open trailer. Sometimes what they like to do is they'll leave this in there and then they'll cover it up with just a 5-gallon bucket, and they'll just leave it like that, so that way it's not getting any direct sunlight and it's not just sitting out in the open just getting damaged. Next up, another tip for you on the still string. It will show, I'll show you a little close-up of it. On there's a little bucket with water symbol on there, and that just means some people actually like to store the spools themselves just in water, because then it can rehydrate it and keep the string nice and fresh and ready to go. So if you're going to be storing it for a super long time, or maybe every now and again, dunk this in a little bit of water for a little bit in just a nice 5-gallon bucket, and then it'll rehydrate it and make sure your string's ready to go, and it'll stay nice and durable for you, and that way it won't become flimsy and break easily. I'm going to be showing you guys some close-ups of all the shapes of our string trimmers as well, that way you can really see what they look like. I think that's all we have for you today. Again, this was Ben with Sierra Repair. If you found the video helpful, please leave a like and consider subscribing so you can see future content. We try and upload a video about every other week or so. So again, thank you all for your support, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.